are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have baseball. We are continuing through the dog days of summer. We do have a CFL game as well, so we will get into that too. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 right, 1 wrong in the world of sports betting. Not a good day yesterday. MLB went 2, 4, and 3 for me. 3 pushes and a void.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Washington first 5 was a push. St. Louis first 5 was a loser. St. Louis team total over was a loser. Toronto -1 was a push. Pittsburgh first 5 was a loser. Cincinnati first 5 was a push. So started 0-3 and 3. Cleveland was a void. Trisha McKenzie got scratched before the game started. Oakland first 5 was a loss. And I won the last 2 plays of the night. Tampa Bay Rays -118 was a winner. Chicago, Seattle first 5 under 4 was a winner as well. In the WNBA went 1-0 up half a unit. Minnesota, LA under 163.5 was a winner. And then in the CFL, lost both my plays.
Nice.
Winnipeg, Saskatchewan under 47.5 was a loser, and the Riders +7 was a loser. I'm just going to stop bet. I'm not going to bet any unders in Winnipeg games because their offense is ridiculous and their defense is not the way it was last year. Their defense was so much better last year, and this year they've started by giving up 31 points to Hamilton and 28 points or 27 points to the Riders. So maybe team totals and stuff like that against them are just overs. But yeah, 0-2 down 1.32 units there. 3-6 and 3 overall, down 3.38 units. In the month of June, 105, 81 and 15, up 13.95 units. So still a winning month, just a losing day yesterday for me.
That's rough. Let's pull up what we did on the site. I don't think it was a good day on the site either. But I don't think it was like minus 2.72. Washington Nationals fell apart. Well, not fell apart. They were there, not there, not there. They gave us hope and ended up falling flat. The Mets over. The Mets scored 6. Good job. And somehow McGill was a solid pitcher yesterday. It's good to see for the Mets, but not good to see for the over. That one was a loser. The under, 157.5 for that Phoenix Mystics game, Nick. Never in doubt. Finished at 157. All right. Unfortunately, when I bet it, I got 156, so I got a loser. But the site got a winner. Blue Jays run line, crappy team. Only won by 1 run. Garbage. But luckily, we had a good team. Cincinnati won 2-1. How about what's his first name? Abbott from yesterday. Another really solid pitching start from him. Let's pull up the box score, what he did. 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. He continues. I believe he's now got 18 innings of, and it's Andrew Abbott. 15 and 2/3 innings. 17 and 2/3 innings. Can't do math. Of shutout pitching for Abbott. Guess what happens when he's going to pitch next? I'm going to back him. And then we had the under in the Winnipeg game. Winnipeg almost went over by themselves. Apparently, the books were giving out free money with Philly yesterday because they won 6-1 over Oakland. Tampa Bay at a pick'em price, winner there. And then the Lynx lost outright yesterday, so that was fun. I knew Sparks. What did I say?
Lynx
won outright. I lost the Sparks minus the 5. So we went 3 and 6, down 2.72 units. For the month of June, we are still in the green, up 4.41 units throughout the entire month. So that's $441 of its $100 units. But we'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we'll start jumping into the games, which I have to start capping the MLS games, so that's going to be fun. Good morning, ESB.
We'll
Great.
do that after the show.
Well, they start soon, so. Didn't play video poker, but okay, my way. Now hit a 2-teamer for 4.2 units. Get it. Thoughts on the Reds? Yes. Rays? Yes. And LA, which one? Which LA? Morning, brothers. Morning, Jay Stone. Let's head to your 3-down made-up football. Let's look at the Edmonton Eskimos taking on the BC Lions. Lions -7 with a total of 45.5. Yes, I know it's the Elks, but I wanted to use their last name. I thought that was funny. But Nick, go ahead for some over-the-border fake country football.
You're hilarious. So Canadian football here. Edmonton Elks coming in, losing their first week against the Saskatchewan Roughriders at home. BC coming in off of a win against the Calgary Stampeders last week as well. Total of 45.5. I did play the over in this game. One thing that does concern me is it did drop half a point. I got over 46. And this BC Lions offense, I'm expecting to put up points against this Elks defense. The Elks defensively have been really bad the last couple of seasons, and they actually didn't look terrible against Saskatchewan. But on the flip side, I do think this Elks offense is going to be improved this year. And Taylor Cornelius, I believe, in that offense has some potential to be able to put up some points. And this is just a spot where I think we see a higher scoring game. I would also lean towards Edmonton here. I would hope to get maybe 7.5, 8. I saw last night Proline Plus, which unfortunately is a Canadian-only book, had a 9.5 at -120. Yeah, Proline Plus has some really good lines sometimes for football, and I wish I had it, but I don't. But yeah, I would look towards, if I had to play a side in this game, Edmonton. This is a team last year that it was pretty simple. The way that you wanted to approach Edmonton games last year is you backed them on the road and you faded them at home. They were, I think, 1-8 ATS at home last year, but they were 6-3 ATS on the road. So this is a team that played much better on the road. So maybe might get to some Edmonton later in the day, but I'm just on the over for right now.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Over in the Canadian football game. LA versus Kansas City. So the Angels. Okay. Griffin Canning, Mike Mayers. We'll talk about that game a little bit. You know me. The Royals have lost. That's probably a Angels run line spot. Royals have now lost 10 games in a row. So, yo, what's up, Mark? Hell. Let's head to the Diamond, Nick. And we get this fun game to start it off.
Oh, yeah. It's your favorite division, Tim. The AL Central. I believe we have the Tigers going for their third win in a row.
Wow, they could do that?
Against the Minnesota Twins. -175 for the Twins. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the market moves in this one here. Okay, there it is. Let me bring this over to the other. What do you call it? There we go. Now I have everything together. Joey Wentz and Leon pitching for the Twins. Line opened up at 171. It got up to a 177 at one point. Now it's a 169. A 2-cent line movement towards the Motor City Kitties. Line opened up at a 9 -110. It's dropped 9 cents. It's now a 9 -101. Let's see if the money reflects a line move from the Tigers to the Tigers and to the under. As we have 24% of the tickets, 34% of cash is on the under. Bigger bets are coming in on the over, and the line's moving towards the under, which is kind of interesting. 76% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the over, and the line's move towards the under. And we have 11% of the tickets and 70% of the cash on the Motor City Kitties here. Interesting there. I do not have the pitcher typed in here for Minnesota. So let me quickly type in the pitcher here, which is Leon. I need to get the pitcher's name. Damn it. 1 second here. I thought I had all the.
I'll quickly go. I don't like the AL Central. This one's going to be a stay away. It's Jose De Leon, which is even better. It's the AL Central and it's a bullpen game. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll completely stay off of this game to start off the day. I'll bet on the other early game for today, but I will not be betting on this one. So there you go. There's my breakdown. I don't like AL Central games. I don't make money on them. I can never get them right. I don't bet them. I see them, cross out.
Fair enough. Let's get into it here. We have Joey Wentz, 8.84 ERA, 2.12 WHIP, 8.38 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 4.66 walks per nine, a 4.06 BABIP, a 6.33 FIP, and a 4.96 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Twins. Hitting advantage goes towards the Twins. 106 WRC plus versus lefties compared to 87 versus righties for the Tigers. The market's screaming Tigers. Line moved slightly towards the Tigers, and it's telling me under, but I mean, I don't really want to trust Joey Wentz with an under here in this one. I think that I'm on the same page here. I'm gonna be staying off this game. This is gonna be a pass for me.
Sounds good.
I wanted to get involved with the Tigers or maybe the under, but
I'll get involved with the next game.
Fair enough.
Back to the chat, Nick.
Twins are pass. Fair. Yo.
Oh God, what did you have?
Pass. Mo Boss saying best 2-team parlay for today will be Mets and Miami. There you go.
I like the Mets today.
Tigers plus 175. Don't hate the Tigers at that price. Hey, watch it there, Markel. They'll only away from a timeout. There you go. Jose De Leon. Yes. My bad, man.
Wait, what happened?
3-game parlay: Minnesota, Houston, San Diego. All right. Breaks to 2 for the Tigers plus 185. Fantastic to be here. What's good? Real deal prime. I got nothing today. Could somebody give me afternoon nerfy to throw a dart at? How about this Tigers game right here?
Bet the Orioles money line.
Joe, I had nothing yesterday but -3 in Braves and didn't play. There you go. We'll move on though. We have the Chicago Cubs hosting the Baltimore Orioles. The Cubbies -125 with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the way the line has moved so far for this one. Justin Steele, Kyle Gibson. This line opened up at -125. It's up to a -127, so a 2-cent line movement towards the Cubbies in this one here. Line opened up at an 8 -103. It's now an 8 -110. It did get up to 8.5 at one point, had some buyback on it, but it's a 7-cent line movement towards the over. We have 65% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over, which tells me we could see a higher scoring game in this one here. 31% of the tickets, 48% of the cash is on the Cubbies, and the lines moved towards the slightly towards the Cubbies, even though 69% of the tickets and 52% of the cash is on the Orioles, which tells me they think Kyle Gibson is vulnerable in this game to potentially getting hit. And I kind of agree with that here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Justin Steele and Kyle Gibson. Kyle Gibson, 2.61 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 6.39 strikeouts per nine, 18%, 2.61 walks per nine, a 275 BABIP, a 324 FIP, and a 4.73 SIERA. Bullpen advantage, and the flip side, my bad. Justin Steele, 4.82 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, but 9.16 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 0.96 walks per nine, 339 BABIP, 188 FIP, and a 3.54 SIERA. I expect good out of him. Cubbies bullpen's not been very good. The Baltimore bullpen has been good. 3.16 ERA, 3.68 SIERA. or FIP in Sierra, my bad. 4.49 FIP and 4.32 for the Cubbies. Hitting advantage goes towards the Orioles here, 88 WRC plus versus left-handed pitching, which is actually below average for going up against lefties, 23rd, and the Cubbies 28th, 73 WRC plus versus righties. I see a pitching advantage with Justin Steele. I want to back Justin Steele in this matchup here. And if these teams could hit a little bit better, I would be looking at the over in this game. It's only an 8, which I mean, I'm okay with the 8 here. I don't trust it with the way that both these teams are. Both these teams are subpar when you look at their WRC plus. Let's see if the weather in the ballpark will help anything here. No. Wrigley Field wind blowing in, minus 6% runs according to Ballpark Pal, which is the 4th lowest, tied for the 4th lowest. Only ones lower today are Globe Life Field, T-Mobile Park, and Citi Field. So kind of interesting there. I'm kind of thinking Cubbies in the first 5. I think that's kind of the way I want to go for this game. Because I do think the bullpen advantage goes towards the Orioles. So I'm going to grab the Cubbies in the first 5 innings at minus 133 here. I see I just want to back Justin Steele in this spot. I think he has a good start.
He hasn't started in like 2.5 weeks, though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You know where I like. I'm on the Baltimore Orioles. I think it's a bounce back spot from yesterday. Even when Justin Steele was pitching, the Cubs lost his last 4 starts. So I guess he's due, right, Nick? But no, I'm just busting you. I like Kyle Gibson. He's the kind of the veteran part of this Baltimore Orioles team, of this rotation. 3.9 ERA, an 8-3 record. So the thing is, and they've won 4 out of his last 5 games that he's pitched. The one game they lost was in extra innings. So not only is he pitching well, they're giving him run support whenever he does pitch. 3 out of his last 5 starts, they gave him at least 6 runs to work with. And I think he can get another solid offensive performance, especially after the embarrassment yesterday. What did they lose, 10-3 yesterday? Give me Baltimore, money line. +1. I got +113, and going to ride with that.
Fair. I want nothing to do with Baltimore.
Okay.
It's just the market's telling me the opposite. But let's take a look here at the chat. Let's cash. Yeah. Okay. Cubs scored 38 runs in the last 4 games. They've been hitting better as of late. Yeah. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Yeah.
The Cubs are gonna lose today.
No. Please. I hope you guys on the Natties. I'm not. I did a free pick video on that game last night. I'm on the Marlins. He hasn't pitched in 17 days. Cool. Keep rolling that over until they quit scoring 10 runs a game. There you go. I'm on Baltimore here. Tim, WNBA thoughts?
Under.
We'll move on, though. Miami Marlins taking on the Washington Nationals. Minus 160 now for the Marlins. Total of 9 in this game. When I did the free pick video last night, this line was definitely lower. Line opened up at minus 145. It's up to a 159. When I did the video last night, it was 147. So line has definitely moved towards the Miami Marlins here. And the line opened up at 9 at minus 125. It's now 9 at minus 117. It did touch 9.5 at some points. It's come back down, and there's been some buyback here. An 8-cent movement towards the under. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game here. As, oh boy. Even though, okay, this one, 51% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved towards the under in this game. 20% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the Nationals, and the books have shown no fear towards that and have moved the line towards the Marlins, even though most of the money is coming in on the Nationals. I'm already on the Marlins. I got them -1 at minus 123. And I lean towards them in the first 5, laying the half a run as well at minus 115. This one of the teams been playing pretty well as of late, and this Nationals team I think is going to start falling off a little bit here. Let's take a look. Oh, the pitching matchup. This is also another reason why I bet them. Let me break into this. Braxton Garrett versus Jake Irving. Braxton Garrett, 2.33 ERA, 0.89 whip, 11 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%, 2 walks per 9, a 246 BABIP, a 294 FIP, and a 2.81 SIERA. He's been good. Jake Irving, 7.47 ERA, 2.04 whip, 5.17 strikeouts per 9, which is 11%, 6.89 walks per 9, a 296 BABIP, an 8.13 FIP, and a 6.75 SIERA. He's been bad. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Miami Marlins, 3.39 FIP, 3.22 SIERA, 6.28 FIP, 4.98 SIERA for the Natties. The Natties do up 115 WRC plus the last 30 days versus left-handed pitching, which is 12th, compared to 102 for Miami, which is 15th. So a hitting advantage that goes towards the Marlins or towards the Natties. But for me in this one, I'm already on the Marlins full game -1. And I'm also going to grab them in the first 5 innings, laying the half a run at minus 115. I think Braxton Garrett comes out here and shoves, and I think they get to Jake Irving in this spot. So, it just moved to minus 120, the first 5 run line. So, yeah, first 5, minus a half, minus 120, full game -1, minus 123.
I do like Braxton Garrett. He's been a guy that we've been backing for a little bit. And he's been solid. He's only in his last 6 starts, he's allowed more than 3 earned runs once, and that was against Kansas City. Other than that, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0. And he's been pitching 5 to 6 innings a game. And now you're going up against a Nationals team whose offense is not particularly good, and against Irving that I'm not particularly high on. So you also get these two teams on different streaks. Marlins have won 7 out of their last 10. Washington has lost 8 out of their last 10. These are two teams going in opposite directions, so I'm going to go ahead and jump onto the Marlins with you, Nick. Run line, I can get it even money.
There you go. Yeah, last night, I believe I got the run line at even money and the money line at minus 147, which created the minus 123. The line has definitely moved though. Greece and Ukraine money line, Tim.
Nice. Yes, I remember hitting the Ukraine one.
Yeah. We'll move on here. Philadelphia Phillies and the Oakland Athletics. Phillies minus 165 favorites. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at where the lines moved in this one here. James Caprillion and Christopher Sanchez is your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at minus 145, and it's gone up to minus 171 now. It is a 26-cent line movement. 26-cent line movement towards the Philadelphia Phillies. Line opened up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5, almost a full half run line movement. It was minus 115 at the opening. It's now minus 105. We have 6.5% of the tickets and 81% of the cashes on the over. The lines move slightly towards the over. We have 12% of the tickets and 43% of the cashes on the Athletics. The lines actually moved away from the Athletics, though. Usually it's that type of numbers, and the line moves towards the Athletics. Not the case today. I have no stats for Sanchez because he hasn't pitched in the last 30 days. Caprillion, 4.05 ERA, 1.5 whip, 6.08 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 5.06 walks per 9, a 277 BABIP, but a 4.7 FIP, and a 5.95 SIERA. Bullpen advantage.
Real quick, can I give you a little bit of clue in on Christopher Sanchez?
The bullpen game.
Yeah, it's a bullpen game. He hasn't pitched since last year, and when he did, he went anywhere from 1 to 3 innings. So, bullpen game. Sorry, I figured I put that in there. And actually, he only pitched 4 innings last year.
Yeah, he didn't pitch too much.
And he's pitched less than 60 innings lifetime.
Yeah, he's not somebody I particularly trust, but the line is moving towards the Phillies, which I think is going to be enough to keep me off of Oakland today. No riding the wave. I think the wave, I think we need to start slowing down on the wave because they are starting to slow down here.
Yep, 100%.
Maybe an over in this game if you don't trust the Philly bullpen. But this is a spot here where I'm going to stay off for this one.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. It's Philly run line or nothing, so I'm going to go with nothing. Because knowing me, I would end up fading the A's one game, and they'll end up winning. Plus, I'm not trusting Christopher Sanchez, who's a guy who hasn't pitched this year. And once you get a little bit of numbers behind him, and if he's pitching solid this year, maybe you can look towards him. There's nothing for him right now, and I'm not interested in it. So you don't have to go after every game. So I'm going to go nothing for this one.
Fair.
Back to the chat.
What's up, guys? I'm late. I heard the Cubbies broadcast say Justin Steele should be limited on a 60 pitch limit here today. All right, which is why I only took the first 5. So there we go. Pass. Phillies under, but I've been wrong all week except for one bet. Yikes. Morning. The WNBA was rough last night. I went 1-0, so I didn't.
I went 1-1. With a never in doubter as my winner.
Terrible pitching matchup. Well, yeah, Caprillion, not the pitcher we exactly want. All right, this next game I've got my eyes on for one reason, and it's waiting for line movement.
Oh God, please no.
Because we have the Atlanta Braves as minus 285 favorites in this game with a total of 9.5. In this one, let's take a look at the line. It opened up at 275. It's up to a 285. If it moves another 15 cents, it's a play for me. The line opened up at a 10 and is now at a 9.5. It opened up 10 minus 120 to the under. Now it's 9.5 minus 123 to the over. So a barely half run line move. Not kind of a fake half run line move because it was G starts the under. Now it's G starts the over. Yeah. That's kind of the way I view that. Let's try to find where is this game on my? There it is. We have 88% of the tickets, 82% of the cash is on the Braves. Surely nothing can go wrong there. And 44% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the over. We get the line slightly moved towards the under, which is kind of tricky here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one as we have Bryce Earle and Connor Seabold. Seabold 4.21 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 7.71 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3.16 walks per 9, a 236 BABIP, 4.37 FIP, and a 4.79 Sierra. On the flip side, Bryce Earle 3.82 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 7.63 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 2.36 walks per 9, a 3.18 BABIP, a 4.16 FIP, and a 4 Sierra. The bullpen advantage goes towards Atlanta, 2.89 FIP and a 2.85 Sierra. It's been awesome lately, this Braves bullpen. 4.67 FIP and a 4.86 Sierra for the Rocky bullpen. Hitting advantage goes towards the Braves, 114 WRC plus, which is 5th versus righties compared to the Rockies, who hit righties better than lefties, 104, which is 12th. And looking at this spot here for me, this is another one where I don't have particularly too much interest. If this game hits minus 300, I'll be on the Rockies first 5 full game split. But other than that, this is not a game that I'm particularly interested in. I was leaning over to begin with, but I don't like that the lines move down half a run. So this has ended up being another stay off spot for me. I'm not a huge fan of this card.
Yeah, this card is definitely not fun. I looked at it. This Braves offense may take this game over by themselves, to be honest.
I didn't bet the under yesterday.
Yeah, well, the under ended up hitting yesterday. It finished 8-1. I would be interested in the over in this game. The only thing that's going to keep me off is Bryce Earle. He's been phenomenal this year for the Braves when they kind of needed pitching. Although last 2 starts, he's allowed 4 and 5 earned runs, so he is getting tagged up lately. But he's been great this year, 2.69 ERA. And he is now against Colorado, who's not a particularly good hitting team. Connor Siebold is one thing that kind of pushed me towards the over because he's been awful. But this one ended up being another. I gave out the over during balling out yesterday. I kind of still lean that way. But for right now, I'm going to stay off the game.
Yeah, this is that's an easy stay off game unless it hits minus 300.
That's fair.
Let's see. Time to ride
the wave.
I didn't do it today. Yeah. Love our boy Gallen. Money line / strikeout props. Did you list action? Because Mackenzie was scotch yesterday. Would you rather take Miami money line or Arise to record a hit? I'm assuming Arise to record a hit minus 400, so money line.
I was about to say that him to record a hit's probably crazy.
Yeah. Minus 3 Braves again. There you go. No. Just no. Don't Braves crush righties again. They're 5th in baseball, 114. They hit them. Colorado team total under 2.5 and under 1.5. Red Sox Yankees over was so free yesterday. Let's run it again. There you go. I do see positive regression for Edler at home. Braves run line or nothing. Positive. I see negative regression coming for him. Yeah. Rockies could kill a lot of parlays today with the win, but probably take them. All right. Good luck. Rockies just want to go home. Fair. But if it's minus 300, I don't care what the situation is. Pittsburgh Pirates minus 110 favorites against the Milwaukee Brewers here. Total 8.5 in this one. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Mitch Keller and Wade Miley. Line opened up at minus 115 for the Brewers. It's now minus 101. So a 14-cent line movement towards the Buccos here. Line opened up at 8.5, minus 110. It's now 8.5, minus 107. A 3-cent line movement towards the under. Let's take a look at the cash flow coming in on this one here. 69% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under. Lines move slightly towards the under. 66% of the ticket, 95% of the cash on the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game. The lines move towards the Pirates here in this spot, and I think it is justified, the money coming in on the Pirates. Let's take a look. Mitch Keller, his ERA is not great. The last 30 days, 5.34, but and a 1.29 whip. But a 9.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 2.67 walks per 9, 313 BABIP, a 4.5 FIP, and a 3.67 Sierra. On the flip side, we have Wade Miley, 5.4 ERA, 1.2 whip. I don't think he's pitched much lately. He's no strikeouts. 5.4 walks per 9, 0 BABIP, 12.88 FIP, and a 8.3 Sierra. I don't think he's pitched very much lately.
Who?
At these numbers. Wade Miley.
No, I don't think he has. May 16th was the last time he pitched.
Yeah.
And he pitched 1.2 innings.
Yeah. Both bullpens suck with their FIPs 5.72 and 5.75, and the Sierra's 5 and 4.78. So I want no team full game in this one. I would take first 5 on either side. If I'm looking at this game, 96 WRC plus, which is 20th for the Pirates. 72, which is 29th for the Brewers. I think the Pirates are the look in this game. And let's take a look here. Minus 115 for the first 5 innings. I'm going to grab that. Pirates first 5 money line here in this spot at minus 115.
Yeah, I'm going to jump onto the Pirates with you. I know this goes against what I normally do because the Pittsburgh Pirates are on a pretty big losing streak. 4 in a row and 8 out of 10 or 8 out of 9 after having a really good streak. But Milwaukee is riding kind of the similar wave because before their win yesterday against Pittsburgh, they had lost 6 games in a row. So both these two teams are kind of struggling right now. And when it comes to that, I look at the pitching matchup. Wade Miley hasn't pitched in a while, and Mitch Keller's pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who's been one of the best pitchers in the National League. So yeah, I'm gonna back Mitch Keller in this one, and I can get minus 108 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'll run with that to take the second game in the series and try to get back the lead in the division. Which actually, if Pittsburgh wins today, I believe Pittsburgh and then Cincinnati. I believe Cincinnati would be in the division lead.
Wow.
Imagine a division of the NL Central where if Pittsburgh and Cincinnati win today, they're both tied for first place.
That's stupid. Makes me feel decent about the future I grab because I still don't, for the full season, I don't trust the Pirates or the Reds.
And then the Cubbies are currently 3 games back. And then the Cardinals are 8.5.
Yeah.
So.
And yet the Cardinals yesterday were 8-1, and they lost. And the Brewers won, which I believe the Brewers are, and the Reds won, and they moved from 8-1 to 7-1. And the Padres went from 15-1 to 10-1. I wanted to move on the Padres this morning, but at 10-1, I was expecting 15-1.
Yeah. Anyway, Pittsburgh money line.
Fair enough. I just woke up. Shame. Yeah. Raise the Jolly Roger. Yep. I don't see Colorado putting up much of a fight. I mean, yeah, the Braves are probably free money today. Supness. I haven't gotten to bed yet. There you go. Raise the Jolly Roger first to 2 and out. There you go. Ooh, I like it, Nathan. There you go. Why not both teams do not score at least 1 run? The first 3.
Oh, the first 3.
Yeah. Pass. Milwaukee has been betting poison for me this year. Yeah, Milwaukee's a tricky team. Kind of like another team here that's been kind of betting poison for me this year that I keep falling for. The Cardinals. They're against the Mets. Total of 9 in this game. The Mets minus 160 favorites. Let's take a look here. Line opened up at 151. It's actually moved 2 cents towards the Cardinals here. Down to minus 149 for the Mets. It did get up to a minus 159 earlier this morning when I typed in this game. Something happened where this line is plummeted 10 cents all out of nowhere, which is kind of interesting here. With Senga and Wainwright. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game here. Let's see if we can make sense of this line move. Because we had a move towards the Cardinals, and the line opened up at a 9 minus 110. It's now up to a 9 minus 113. So it's a 3-cent line move towards the over. We have 83% of the tickets and 87% of the cashes on the Mets, and the lines move towards the Cardinals. That's tricky. I wanted to back the Mets. I had Kodai Senga written down. 54% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the over. The lines move slightly towards the over here in this spot. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Adam Wainwright, 5.27 ERA, 1.72 whip, 4.61 strikeouts per 9, which is 11%, 2.96 walks per 9, a 343 BABIP, 419 FIP, and a 5.76 SIERA. On the flip side, Senga's been awesome. 2.28 ERA, 1.19 whip, 11.71 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%. Does walk a little bit too many batters, 5.53, a 4.24 BABIP, a 299 FIP, and a 4.23 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Cardinals, 3.77 FIP and a 3.88 SIERA, compared to 4.27 FIP and a 3.38 SIERA for the Mets. Hitting advantage goes towards the Mets, 104 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 103, which is 13th. So ever so slight hitting advantage for the Mets. That kind of throws me off, though, that the line has moved towards the Cardinals and all the money's coming in on the Mets. Makes me want to just stay off this game in general in this spot. Maybe a lean towards an over, but this was a game I had full intentions on betting the Mets. But with this dropping 10 cents in the last, I don't know, half an hour. Makes me have no interest in this, and makes me wonder why the line has dropped.
I don't care. I'm taking the Mets run line. Plus 135. And at the end of the day, money movements can do whatever. I could look at the numbers. Adam Wainwright should have retired last year. I strongly believe that. And he's got a 5.79 ERA. He's allowed 24 earned runs in 37 innings so far. In his first 8 starts this year, 4.4, 2.5, 3.33. He's going to allow runs today, which kind of pushes me towards the over as well. The only reason why I don't want to bet the over is Mr. Ghost Ball at home. On the road, I don't want to back Senga as much. He's 3-2 with a 4.78 ERA in 32 innings on the road. At home, 3-1, 1.93, 32 and 2/3 innings pitched. I'm going to grab the Mets. I'm going to grab Senga at home. Verlander, no. Scherzer, no. Kohai Senga is our ace right now. He's been our best pitcher this year, and I'm going to back our best pitcher. I think that walk-off versus the Yankees is going to be a turnaround of some sort. Obviously, this is against a very bad Cardinals team. They're not underachieving. They're just bad. Their pitching has been awful, as we expected it to be. Their bullpen is not good. The only thing that's good right now for them is their lineup until about trade deadline when Nolan Arenado gets traded and Paul Goldschmidt goes bye-bye and Edman goes bye-bye and Burleson comes to the Mets. And This is a Cardinals team that's had its better days. I've read a couple of things in group chats. It's since Yachty left.
Yes.
Since Yachty left, they've kind of lost their identity, and this is not a team I want to back. I know you love the Cardinals and have futures on them, and Nick, this is not a good team. Hopefully, you realize it soon and loses you less money, but Mets run line today with Senga on the mound.
Yeah, this was just a tricky game on the market. I mean, I know your line movement, whatever, it means something to me. It does. So it kept me off the game. If the Mets win, cool. I mean, but
you're not betting anything in this game.
I'm leaning Cardinals. I'm not with the way that I know. Oh, annoying. Yeah, I know. No, with the way the money's coming in,
you all right? You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing that. But no, with the way the line's moving coming in, the way the tickets or whatever, it's Cardinals or nothing. But I'm not fading Senga. That's the way I'm doing that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Just saw the streamer.
Yeah, I had the don't bet the A's thing underneath.
Oh, yeah. I took the A's. Shame. That's what it is. Cashed the Giants plus 650 last night. I grabbed them with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th at plus 175. The Giants. So that was fun. Anyone have Vegas futures? No, because they were like plus 185 to win the whole thing.
Yeah, not really interested in that.
Mets faux show. Good luck.
Yeah,
I think I'll take the Cards. Best of luck, everyone. I'm leaning that way. I think there's value on the Cardinals, but who knows? Man, I watched the Mariners bullpen last night. They were tossed. Yeah. Wainwright day. Mets run line. Good luck. I have to agree. Riding the wave. Mets run line. There you go. The White Sox. There you go. Wake Forest run line. Not too sure about the LSU matchup.
No, real quick. I'm on Stanford plus 2.5. This is a Stanford team that's made it to Omaha 3 straight years. They have the experience. I do not foresee them getting blown out. I know they're against the number 1 team in the nation. I'm on Stanford in that 2:00 game. And then that LSU matchup, I'm on Tennessee. I'm on both dogs. So I need to just hit one of them and I'm good to go. So, and they're both $2 dogs or bigger.
All right. We'll move on here. We have the LA Angels and the Kansas City Royals. I don't have too much action on this card so far. I only got 4 plays.
Something in this game.
Let's see if we can get involved with this game here. LA Angels minus 160, total of 10 in this game. We have Griffin Canning and Mike Mayers. This line opened up at minus 151. It's up to a 162, so an 11-cent line movement towards the LA Angels. The line opened up at a 9.5. It's now it's a 10 at minus 110. Let's take a look if the market moves agree with this. As we have 73% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the Angels, and the lines move towards the Angels, so it does agree there. 53% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the over. All this makes sense. Let's see if there's any X's and O's that can confirm any plays here. And I think there will be. Griffin Canning, 3.07 ERA, 1.16 whip, 8.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 1.84 walks per nine, a 275 BABIP, a 467 FIP, a 3.79 SIERA. On the flip side, Myers, 5.06 ERA, 1.64 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3.8 walks per nine, a 352 BABIP, a 365 FIP, and a 4.82 SIERA. Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Kansas City Royals in this game, surprisingly. 3.88 FIP and a 4.06 SIERA. The bullpen's not as bad as people think it is. And 4.9 for the Angels, 4.86 FIP SIERA. So Angels really struggle. And here's where I think the biggest discrepancy is here for this game. 119 WRC plus, which is third against righties, is or third against, I believe it was lefties. Third, no, right. This is righties. Third against righties. And then the Royals at 70 WRC plus are dead last versus righties. I don't want the Angels full game. And I know that sounds weird with a team like the Royals not wanting to fade them full game here. But I will look at them probably in the first 5 here in this spot at minus 120 for the first 5 run line with the Angels. I wanted to look towards their team total over, thinking they get to Mayors here. But you know me, with team totals of 5.5, I don't have any interest in that. But I do have interest in the LA Angels in the first 5 innings at minus a half here. I think they get 2 Mayors in this spot. So I'm going to lay the half a run here in the first 5 innings at minus 120.
All right, we agree. It's a square patty play. I'm just going to take the run line outright, even money on the road. Kansas City's lost 10 games in a row. I can't be going after that. And Angels have won 8 out of their last 10. My big question mark game was last game because they were just coming off of that. And of course, Patrick Sandoval goes and pitches 7 innings of shutout baseball. So he looked really good. This Angels team in general looks really good. And it's a Kansas City team that is the worst team in baseball. Or one of they are tied for the worst team in baseball with the Oakland Athletics.
I think the worst thing is
A's have 1 more win and 1 more loss, so they're equal. If they're in standings, they're equal. Angels run line, even money, square patty play of the day.
No.
Back to the chat.
Oh shit! I forgot Earle Roberts. Yeah.
Yes.
Put some respect on Earle Roberts. Yes. Plus 800 now? Jeez, they were 20-1 yesterday.
Cameron, I was on Earle Roberts yesterday. I did not take them yesterday at 28-1 to win the entire thing. I can't bet them today at 8-1. I can't do it. I already have Virginia and Tennessee at 12-1 each from pre-supers. I'm not trying to go crazy with that. If I wanted to go after it yesterday, I would have. If I wanted to hedge myself out of it, I would have grabbed Tree at a dime and Earle Roberts at 28-1. I didn't touch either of them. I respect them. I will have Earle Roberts money line versus Florida. That's going to happen. But am I going to go after them to win it all? No, I'm not going to right now.
Fair enough.
No. Orioles money line. How the heck can Steele be favored over Gibson? Marlins fishy line fishy. How is Nats at home? Irvin on the
fishy. It's
mound.
moved towards the Marlins.
Nats should be plus $2.
No, I disagree with that. But
and Munchie's against us. Munchie's always against us. I took the Orioles money line. Don't feel great about it, to be honest. Let's go Royals. Got to win this. We got to win at some point. No, they don't. No, they don't. Angels first 5. I like the Angels. Top of the bottom. There you go. Tim, listen. Brush the teeth. I like Earle. I'm going to be on Earle. I'm not betting them at 8-1 to win the entire thing. I will bet them
The value's
entire
gone.
way. I will bet them the entire way through the rest of the tournament. At this point, when I could have gone probably 200-1 before the regionals and 28-1 before Omaha, I'm not touching them now at 8-1. There's no value. There's no value. Everyone here is on Wake Forest. Beautiful. Go Stanford. I like Earle. Ha ha ha. Clip it. You're so mature, dude. Let's jump into this game, Nick, which I'm not really too big of a fan of.
Yeah, this is the game that had one of my winners last night. Mariners and the White Sox. Mariners minus 140 favorites. Total of 7 in this game. 7. What a low total for this spot. Let's take a look. Logan Gilbert and Lucas Giolito. Line opened up at minus 151. It's down to a 142. A 9-cent line movement towards the White Sox. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's down to a 7. It did open up 7.5, minus 110 on both sides. It's now 7 at minus 130. So it's a 20-cent line movement, or it's a semi half run line movement. It looks like we could get back up to a 7.5 soon. But let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one here. As we have 64% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Mariners, and the line's moving towards the White Sox. 42% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the under. Line has moved to half a run. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this spot here. Lucas Giolito and Logan Gilbert. Giolito, 2.93 ERA, 1.30 whip, 9.11 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 4.55 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 5.12 FIP, and a 4.272 Sierra. Not a huge fan of that. 5.14 ERA, 1.04 whip for Logan Gilbert the last 30 days. 8.68 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 1.29 walks per nine, a 244 BABIP, a 476 FIP, and a 3.81 Sierra. Bullpen advantage is kind of split. White Sox have the better FIP at 4.53 compared to 4.73, and the Mariners better Sierra 3.76 compared to 4.06. Hitting advantage definitely goes towards the Mariners, 102 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 74, which is 27. This was another tricky one for me. I wanted to back the under in this game, but I don't know if I can particularly trust Giolito to slow down the Mariners in this spot. It's just a tricky spot for me that I don't have too much confidence in. So this is going to be a stay off for me. I'm not a huge fan of this card. This card sucks today.
I looked at this one. I like both of these two teams to try to get it going soon because I liked Seattle and I liked Chicago coming into this year. And both of them have been massively disappointing. Chicago's 10 games under 500. Seattle is 1 game under 500. These are two teams that are kind of just underachieving right now. I would lean towards Chicago at plus money in this game if I had to go after anything. But am I going after anything in this game? No. I still like Logan Gilbert, although he has not particularly been good lately. He's given up 5 earned runs in 2 out of his last 3 starts. So all of that being said, it kind of kept me off of this game. I will have plays in the next probably all the games remaining. I like. So this one will just be the last one I stay off of.
Fair enough.
Not always against you. Changed my mind and won money because of you guys. Thanks for your hard work. Of course, dude. We appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Mariners bullpen. Nasty. I've seen Mariners by 1. Is their bullpen really that good, or?
They've had a strong bullpen this year. That's probably the strong suit of this team. And if you're looking at the Seattle Mariners to come back and win that division, I mean, you can get $15 for it.
So 15-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I don't think they win the division. White Sox got this. I would lean White Sox, but that's just me.
Market's saying White Sox.
I got you, Cameron. Their bullpen looks good. Let's jump into this one, which I really like this game.
This one's interesting. The Houston Astros are a team that I expect better from going forward. I grabbed them yesterday to win the division at minus 115 when I think they were like minus 175 preseason. So I thought that was a good enough value to go ahead and bet it. They're minus 115 in this game with a total of 8. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Houston and Cincinnati. This is a concerning line move. Minus 141 was the opening. Now it's minus 110. A 31-cent line movement towards the Cincinnati Reds. How much is too much, though?
It's not.
Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 120. So it's moved down a half a run as well. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one. Let's see if it reflects that massive line movement or if it makes sense. We have, 69% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the Reds. And then, the line move makes sense. On most of the tickets, most of the money is coming in on them. 43% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the under, which tells me the under is a decent look in this game. We have Hunter Green at a 2.96 ERA, 0.9 whip, 14.05 strikeouts per nine, which is 40% the last 30 days. 3.7 walks per nine, 233 BABIP, but 258 BIP, and a 2.81 SIERA. He's been awesome. Brandon Bielak, 4.34 ERA, 1.48 whip, 7.45 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 3.1 walks per nine, 325 BABIP, a 545 BIP, and a 4.53 SIERA. One thing we've seen with the Astros lately is they've been playing a lot more lower scoring games. Yesterday was 0-0 at the end of 5 innings. They've gone under in 7 of the last 10 games. I was wondering what they were on to here. I like the under more than a side in this game. And I know the Reds, the lines move drastically towards them. I do think they have the pitching advantage here in this spot. But when you look at it, how far is too far? The Reds are now favorites in the first 5 innings. When they opened up at – what did they open up at? Oh, they opened up at minus 105 for the first 5 innings. So that first 5 line has not moved – or has moved 8 cents towards the Reds, which I can see the Reds' first 5 being a decent look. I think that the under is a better look in this game. I think the value has kind of been taken away from Cincinnati with the way the line is moved. And I'm preferring the first 5 under in this spot. So I'm going to grab that. First 5 under 4.5 here at minus 107.
But Nick, it's the Astros at home. That's a pick 'em. They're against the Reds.
The Reds are red hot right now.
Yeah, they are. And that's why I want to go after them. This is a team that could be tied in first place at the end of the night. Yeah, sign me up for some Cincinnati Reds. I got them last night at plus money, and then I could still get even money. This is a Reds team that's playing really good baseball, and I've been on that for a while. Plus, Nick, we had them yesterday, so we're kind of already up on them. So even if we lose today, we're still up on the last 2 days with them. Hunter Green's been fantastic. And the Astros have not been good. I realize, yes, they're still a good team, but they've lost 7 out of their last 10. And in those games, they've played Washington, Cleveland, and Toronto. Like, it's not like they're playing the top of the top teams. They're struggling. This is a Reds team that's playing some really good baseball right now. They're just coming off of a sweep of what? St. Louis? I know St. Louis isn't good. But this is a Cincinnati team that's hungry. They're young. And I personally, I think Cincinnati wins the division. There you go. Cincinnati wins the NL Central this year and makes the playoffs and gets blown out by the wild card one. But that's not the point. Give me the Cincinnati Reds, even money. And even if we lose it, Nick, we're still up from yesterday's Cincinnati bet. So, Reds, one of my favorite plays of the day.
Good luck. I'm on the under. I think the under is the better play in this game.
You want to run both?
I'll take the under. Sure.
Let's run both.
Not good. Elite. Mariners bullpen is elite. Yeah, they were a top ranked. They've always been a top ranked bullpen this year for me. When I look at my numbers, Houston won't lose 3 in a row.
No way they lose 3 in a row. No way.
We'll keep moving on though. We get the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox minus 125 favorites. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Clark Schmidt and Brian Bayo. Line opened up at minus 130. It's now down to a minus 126, a 4-cent line movement towards the Bronx Bombers. Line opened up at a 9.5 minus 115. Now it's a 9 minus 101. So it's moved down half a run in a full half a run, juice included. So that's kind of an interesting line movement here, especially after an absolute high-scoring game last night. 65% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under in this game as well. I believe Fenway Park was actually one of the Fenway Park's the best hitting weather today, though, according to Ballpark Pal, which is kind of interesting. And then we have 46% of the tickets and 71% of the cash is on the Red Sox. We get the lines moving towards the Yankees, which is telling me that they are opening up their arms to the Red Sox money, and they think that Clark Schmidt pitches well today.
Or they think that the Yankees just outscore.
Well, the way that the market's moving tells me that they think Clark Schmidt pitches well today because the line, the bigger bets are coming in on the under, and the lines move towards the under. That's the market saying that they're looking at the Yankees and the under for this game. And I kind of agree with it here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup, though. We'll get into that. Brian Bayo and Clark Schmidt. Clark Schmidt's not been bad the last 30 days. 2.33 ERA, 1.04 WHIP. 7.33 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 1.67 walks per 9, a 274 BABIP, a 376 FIP, and a 3.98 SIERA. On the flip side, Brian Bayo, 2.79 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 7.76 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 3.1 walks per 9, a 244 BABIP, a 359 FIP, and a 4.39 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Red Sox in this game. 3.5 FIP, 4.09 SIERA compared to 4 FIP and 4.15 SIERA for the Yankees. It's close, but it goes to the Red Sox here. Hitting advantage goes towards the Yankees, 98 WRC plus, which is 21st, compared to the Red Sox, 86, which is 25th. I think the Yankees are the look in this game. I lean under as well. If I had to get to a total in this game, the line's telling me the under is a decent look. But let's take. Actually, I want to take a look here. What we can get for this game, because this may be a thread the needle type of game with the Red Sox and the under, and we can get a 5 for the first 5 and a minus 120 for the first 5 run line. That's what I'm going to go with here. I'm going to try to thread the needle in this spot. I'm going to hope for 1-1, 2-2, 2-1, something along those lines. Yankees, first 5 plus a half, minus 120. First 5, under 5, minus 120. I'm going to be on both here in this one. I think Clark Schmidt pitches well today, and I think we see the Yankees come away with a win in the first 5, or at least tied. So that's where I'm going for this game. New York Yankees, first 5, plus a half, and the first 5 under 5.
I love when we agree, Nick. I really like the over in the Red Sox. I 100% agree. I do like the over in the Red Sox. Clark Schmidt and Bayos. I think, yes, you could look at the absolute smacking of whatever happened last night. But I know a lot of people will still look back at that first series and see how bad the scoring was. And when it comes to it, these two pitchers suck. I know Clark Schmidt's been better according to his advanced metrics and all that good stuff his past couple of starts. He even went up against the Boston Red Sox in the last time that they played against each other, and he looked solid. That was the 3-2 game in the 10 innings. It's the second time they're going to see him in a week. I think he gets tagged up. And I believe you got the same thing in Brian Bellis. I think they played against each other last time. Yeah, both of them were part of that 3-2 game on, I believe that was Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday Night Baseball. So both these pitchers are being seen for the second time within 7 days. I think they both get schmacked. I take the over in this one, and I lean Red Sox. Red Sox have they're now 3-1 against the Yankees so far this year, and they've just looked like the better team so far. So I'm going to go towards the exact opposite of what you're doing, Nick. Which we can disagree. It happens. But I gave out the over in Ballin' Out last night. So, fair. I mean, go watch Ballin' Out. It's a good show.
Yeah, fair enough.
Don't listen to him, Nick. I got talked off the Yankees. I was going to take them.
Fair.
At the same time, I'm not betting the Red Sox just because of what happened yesterday. But
fair enough.
We do get this game.
Yeah, this was a game that was one of my winners yesterday, and if I would have waited till the morning, I wouldn't have bet the game because the line would have completely scared me off. But let's take a look here. We have the San Diego Padres and the Tampa Bay Rays. Line opened up at a pick 'em -105 on both sides. It's now a -110 for the Padres, a 5-cent line movement towards Padres. Line opened up at an 8.5. It went down to an 8, back up to an 8.5, went down to an 8, back up to an 8.5, and it's moved 5 cents towards the under since then. Let's see if the money coming in correlates with here. Whoa, 36% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the San Diego Padres in this game, and the lines moved 5 cents towards the Padres. We had 72% of the tickets and 77% of the cash is on the over, and the lines moved towards the under slightly. This is a tricky game for me. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Blake Snell and Zach Eflin. Eflin, 3.16 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 8.04 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 1.72 walks per nine, a 244 BABIP, a 2.89 FIP, and a 3.41 SIERA. On the flip side, Blake Snell, 2.57 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 12.21 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%, 3.86 walks per nine, a 246 BABIP, a 335 FIP, and a 3.36 SIERA. I think the under is a good look in this game. One thing that does scare me is the Tampa Bay Rays, 129 WRC plus, which is third against lefties. But Blake Snell has been better as of late. The Padres, 99 WRC plus, which is 19th against righties, against Eflin here. Eflin's been pretty good this year. He is better at home than he is on the road. This is a tricky spot for me. I'm going to lean towards the first 5 under, and I'm going to lean towards the Padres, but I'm not going to play either probably here. I wanted to move on the Padres to win the West yesterday at 15-1, and for whatever reason, they lost yesterday. The Diamondbacks won yesterday, and the line moves to 10-1. So I think it was just an error line, and I should have bet it yesterday, but it is what it is. I think this is a fun watch game, but I'm not going to bet it.
Oh, well, man, Nick, I got up. I put on the Rays jersey, got all excited for my boy Zach Eflin pitching today, and you don't want anything to do with the team that you've been backing all year.
I mean, for me, I don't back him every day, but I'm not in the business of betting against him.
That's fair. You know I'm going to back my boy Zach Eflin whenever I get the chance. And that's what I'm going to do in this one. I'm going to grab the Rays on the money line, minus 105, 110, whatever it's at.
Getting even money now.
You getting even money? Even better. I like Zach Eflin. I'm gonna be backing him a lot. So Rays money line. This time's Boston won by a big score. They won a bunch of low scoring games. Yeah. And I could see them putting up a bunch of runs tonight, too. That's just me. We got 2 games left, and I actually might be interested in looking at this game because there's no bullpen game this time.
Yeah. We had the Dodgers minus 170 favorites. Total 8.5 in this game. Line opened up at 161. It's now 167. A 6-cent line movement towards the Dodgers. Line opened up at 8.5 minus 110. It's up to an 8.5 minus 111. A massive 1 cent line movement towards the over.
Massive.
Massive. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this one here. And I accidentally clicked off of it. Let's just scroll back down to it, where we have 86% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Dodgers. The lines move towards the Dodgers, though. 62% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the over. And the line has moved towards 1 cent towards the over. Let's take a look at the way let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Alex Wood's not been very good lately. 6.91 ERA, 1.74 WHIP, 8.79 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 5.01 walks per nine, a 3.66 BABIP, a 5.26 FIP, and a 4.68 SIERA. On the flip side, Bobby Miller's been awesome. 0.78 ERA, 0.83 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 2.74 walks per nine, a 2.11 BABIP, a 2.19 FIP, and a 3.58 SIERA. Let me quickly, I forgot to type in one thing, which will allow me to know the bullpen situation here. There we go. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Giants here. 2.97 FIP, 3.42 SIERA. On the flip side, 4.42 FIP, 3.57 SIERA. And given the fact that the Dodgers have played now 3 straight extra inning games, I want nothing to do with the Dodger bullpen today. 109 WRC plus, which is 8th for the Giants. 106, which is 9th for the Dodgers. So not a huge discrepancy there. I think that the Dodgers are the look in this game. The Dodgers in the first 5 innings is kind of where I want to go in this spot. I like the way Miller's been pitching. It is minus 125, but I'm going to grab it here. First 5, minus a half for the LA Dodgers. I think that this is a nice little bounce back spot for them. The line's moving in their direction. I think they have the massive pitching advantage here in this spot, and I want Miller for 5 innings over Hill. Or not over Hill, over Wood.
That's great. I want to back the team that's winning games right now. And the team that's winning games right now is this Giants team. They've won 5 straight, including a sweep of the Cardinals. They won last night's game in extras. And I can get them at plus 150 today. Isn't Miller still pretty new in the MLB? My covers is being stupid right now.
Yes, he's a rookie.
Okay. And I do like Alex Wood. I know he hasn't pitched as well as of late, which is fine. I'm not hung up on that. But I think he's able to have a better game in this one and shut down the Dodgers. He's pitched against the Giants already, the Dodgers already this year. He went 4 2/3 innings, only allowing 1 hit, 3 walks, no earned runs, and a 5-0 win for the Giants. So for me in this one, I like the Giants.
And here's the thing: I think the Dodgers in the first 5 is a great look. And if you're somebody like that, I think you'll get a better price on the Giants if you wait till at the end of 5 innings, because I think the Dodgers will be up, and you might be able to get $2 with the Giants or $2.50 or something along those lines. Because I think the bullpen advantage was with the Giants here, Tim, and over 9 innings. With the Dodgers going 3 straight extra inning games, that's going to catch up on their bullpen here. We saw it last night. That's why I live bet the Giants, because that was their 3rd consecutive extra inning game, the Dodgers. And I think that will come back to bite them here. But when it comes to the first 5, I think I have the pitching advantage enough with the Dodgers here for them to come out and win the first 5. And then after that, I think the Giants can take over late. I might look to live bet the Giants late in this game.
Okay. I like the Giants off rip. I don't think you get a better price because I don't think they get shut down. I think they score in the first inning. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Padres? I don't. Any WNBA picks? Yes. I got the under. They never put up big games all year. Boston. Lots of turmoil in the Dodgers locker room. The Dodgers have not looked good lately. They've lost 6 out of 10. although there's still 9
which
games over
which
500.
makes me interested in the Padres long term, because I think the Padres will be the Dodgers will be the stiffer competition. I know that the Diamondbacks have been very good, but I think they do fall off a little bit in the second half.
Speaking of,
yeah, we have the Guardians minus 110 favorites, total 8.5 against these Arizona Diamondbacks, total 8.5 in this spot here. Let's take a look at
gone from the dog to a favorite.
Arizona opened up at a plus 120. They're now minus 105. It's a pick 'em now. Line, and then total opened up at 8.5 minus 125. It did get up to a 9, went back up to an 8.5, back up to a 9, back to an 8.5. And since the opening line has moved 3 cents towards the over. Let's take a look at the money in this game. We have 27% of the tickets, 36% of the cash is on the under, 73% of the tickets, 64% cash on the over. 50% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on Arizona in this spot and Tommy Henry in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, which this one's kind of tricky because I'm not a fan of Tommy Henry. 5.2 ERA, 1.37 win, 7.81 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3.58 walks per 9, a 268 BABIP, a 6.13 FIP, and a 4.72 SIERA. Not been very good. Shane Bieber, I do expect worse from him as well. Maybe the over's the look. 4.25 ERA, 1.39 WHIP, 6.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 2.5 walks per 9, a 305 BABIP, a 416 FIP, and a 4.75 SIERA. And the Guardians have been hitting better as of late. 110 WRC plus, which is 15th against lefties, 104, which is 11th for the Dodgers. The hitting advantage shockingly goes towards the Guardians in this spot. The lines move towards the Diamondbacks, though. I feel like the best spot in this game is probably the over. The lines move slightly towards the over. You can get it at an 8.5. I think I'll lean towards the over in this spot. And probably lean towards Arizona if I had to get to a side, but I don't trust Henry. And I think that the Guardians can get the Henry here. And I'll move on the over in this game. That's the way I'm going to move on this one here. Over 8.5 Guardians and Diamondbacks at minus 128. That's how I'm going to end my card today, is with the over in the spot.
I want to double up. I'll take the over, and I want to take Arizona. I'm super high on this Arizona team. I know. Sue me. I have them 16-1 to win the division, but everybody else is going to win the division. So, but I would say, I don't know if I can expect runs in this Guardians has actually been putting up some runs lately, and they've gone over in 6 out of their last 10. So, yeah, why not take a shot? And the reason why yesterday's game on under is Zach Gallen, who has been phenomenal. So
Tukey wasn't bad either yesterday. Shout out to Tukey. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, Tukey wasn't bad. But I want to, Nick, thoughts on it? Doubling up, going over and Arizona.
Yeah, I think if Arizona is going to win, they're going to have to score runs because I don't trust Tommy Henry.
There you go. Sounds good. I'll go ahead and load both of those up, and that's going to be our entire card on the site.
There we go.
Back to the chat.
Yep, I was starting to look at the WNBA game. I think I'm leaning towards the over and the favorite at the moment.
Under.
Okay.
Both those two teams are heavy under teams.
And yet the lines moved up. Any WNBA picks?
Under.
I have to look. I want to take a look at the cash flow. Oh,
down there.
Meant to say 2 big games in a row. There you go. I'll take your pick on this one. All right. But that is everything for today's slate, Tim. A little bit of a recap and housekeeping, and then we will move on with our day.
Housekeeping. Yes, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Check out the sports books in the description below as well: sportsbetting.ag, Bovada, and BetOnline, all linked down below. Not sponsors, but they're my referral codes. So if you guys go and sign up and deposit. You guys get a little bit of a bonus. I get a little bit of a bonus. We're both happy. Yay, we all get money. And then what else is there? Oh, yeah, Balling Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. That was posted at 7 a.m. Go check that out. I know we already talked about all the games. Just go over there, leave a like on it, show the boss man I'm doing a good job. But recap for today, I like the Baltimore Orioles. We like the Miami Marlins. I like the Pittsburgh Pirates, the New York Mets run line, the Angels on the run line. Cincinnati is one of my favorite plays of the day. I like the over in the Red Sox game and the Red Sox. I like the Rays. I like the Giants, and I like the Arizona Diamondbacks in the over.
Yep. I was trying to do a little bit of a clip here, but I realize I'm going to have to edit it, so we'll have it for the next show. Yeah. But yeah, I'm rocking with the Cubbies first 5. I'm on the Marlins first 5, -0.5, full game -1. Pittsburgh first 5 money line. Angels first 5 run line. Houston, Cincinnati first 5 under 4.5. I'm on the Yankees first 5 plus a half at -120, and the Yankee Red Sox first 5 under 5 at -120. Dodgers first 5 run line and the over in the Cleveland game. I'm on the over in the BC Edmonton game, leaning a little bit towards the Elks in that game, but I don't think I'm going to get involved with that unless I can get probably up and over a touchdown. It's kind of the way I'm thinking about that game.
I saw 7.
You saw, yeah, it's been sitting at 7 for a while. If I can get a 7.5, I may be stupid enough to pull the trigger on it. But right now it's still sitting at a 7. And then I'm going to be capping this WNBA game here. And I'll post if I have anything after that.
Sounds good. That's going to do it. Oh, we got 2 comments. Good luck, everybody. Yep, and go over in the BC Edmonton game. Yes.
And I am gonna move on a WNBA play here. I'm gonna grab. Let me see what this line is. 100% real quick. The Dallas Wings at -8.
Have fun. I have the over. I have the under, so that's all that matters.
I like the over a little bit as well, but yeah. All right, that is everything for today's slate.
We will see you guys tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Bye-bye.